770 CHQR.
We're talking about indulging over the holiday season. Andrea Hoegner, a registered dietitian, joining us with some really smart strategies as we head into the party season, which is a wonderful season. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And I guess it's not about restricting ourselves.
Never.
Christmas comes around one time of the year.
It is. And you know, as the chocoholic nutritionist, I'm always going to try and help people find a balance between health and having some fun.
And keeping it in perspective, it really, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to, blow your diet for the entire year. It's 1 month. What do you tell your clients?
You know, it's using a calendar is a great way to visually see, like, how challenging is this really going to be? So if we actually looked at my calendar in December, obviously the 24th, 25th, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, a little challenging, but I only have a couple functions I need to worry about. So quite honestly, it doesn't really matter. Enjoy yourself on those holiday functions if your calendar isn't full of X's on days when you think you might indulge a little bit more.
When we get to those parties, there's some really clever strategies and things that you need to be watching out for. First, I suppose, is don't position yourself all night next to the table, because this will get drank, all of that will get eaten, but move yourself away.
Move yourself away from the table. So you can imagine, as the chocoholic dietitian, I'm standing here by the chocolate dipped pretzels. It's trouble. So put something on a plate, put everything you're planning on eating on one plate, walk away.
Okay, what about that plate though? Because this is an important note to make. You bought 2 different sizes of plates.
It is, and I think we've all heard that making, smaller plates tends to help us manage our consumption better, and it really is true. So if you actually looked at the same amount of food on a bigger plate versus a smaller plate, here most people wouldn't stop. They'd continue filling this because our eyes like to see things full. We call it the seafood diet, right? So there's going to be more on there, and you're just going to eat more the bigger the plate.
You can help your guests out with that.
Absolutely.
And so the same concept here.
Same concept here. Our eyes like to see things full. And so this is the same amount of chips measured into a smaller bowl and a bigger bowl. And you can see, again, most of us would probably continue, putting more into that bowl and eat more than we maybe need to.
I'm thinking there's room for dip there, maybe a cookie.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And this is the same, but a slightly different thought here.
Yeah, what I wanted people to think about when you arrive at any holiday function is the use of color will trick your brain into, how much you're going to eat. The more constant the color is with your food, probably the more you'll eat. You're less aware of it, especially when you're engaged in conversation. The more color contrast, the more it hits your eyes and kind of jigs you to think, okay, maybe we should stop eating. We've got enough on the plate here.
So this is your better option. Color contrast.
Color contrast, a good thing.
Okay, alcohol. It's dangerous. It's a slippery slope. The eggnog, the rum, so delicious, but...
So alcohol does increase consumption, so it's just being aware of when we're drinking, we probably are not going to eat less, and we're taking in extra calories, and if anything, it's going to increase how much we eat on top of that. So my rule of thumb is have a drink, maybe go with a sparkling water in between your drinks to help you just manage and slow things out a little bit. And I'm just, of course, being mindful of the calories in particularly the richer beverages. Your standard eggnog here in a full cup, about 320 calories in there, even before we put the rum in.
So double that by the time you're done. And I know you always say, don't go to a party hungry, so eat in advance. Lots of great advice, and it's just beginning. We're heading into the holiday season. Andrea, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Andrea Hoegner joining us this morning, healthstandnutrition.com. We're going to take a break here, 7:50 on our Monday morning. 0 degrees, so a beautiful forecast. We'll get that updated for you. And how about this? The American Music Awards